all the time. She thinks of herself as this fashion guru. I think she just didn't like the way she looked in the pictures. I think her legs didn't look good. I think she thought she looked bloated in the pictures, maybe. I think that's probably why she called.
Demand, reportedly by Meghan, to take down these pictures. She was pissed that the Kardashians posted them. Meanwhile, what lunatic poses for a photo with a Kardashian and thinks it's not going to get posted?
Have been deleted. From pictures of Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party from Kris Jenner herself, the birthday girl, and Kim Kardashian.
The whole drama began when the glittering Kardashian world collided with Meghan Markle's craving for picture-perfect control. Imagine this. Kris Jenner's grand 70th birthday bash, the mansion glowing like a crown jewel in Jeff Bezos' $65 million estate. Cameras flashed like fireworks, the guest list screamed billionaire royalty, and the night was supposed to be all about Kris. But the next morning, the spotlight wasn't on the birthday queen, it was on Meghan and Harry. And not in the way they hoped. They came smiling, posing, performing, and left with the Kardashians fuming and the internet exploding. Overnight, those carefully staged photos mysteriously vanished. Everyone whispered the same thing. Meghan had demanded them deleted. Why? Because she hated how she looked, her legs, her angles, her expression.
Opinion, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle crashed Kris Jenner's 70th birthday. Okay, so Kris Jenner, she had this big 70th birthday party at Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos' house. It looked like an Illuminati meeting. It looked like a Diddy freak-off party.
Vanity mixed with panic. That was the rumor spinning faster than a Hollywood carousel. The buzz was deafening. Insiders claimed Meghan had been furious that Kris and Kim posted the photos. Furious! Who on earth poses for pictures at a Kardashian party and expects them not to be shared? Meghan and Harry had gone there for clout, for attention, but they ended up roasted. And oh, the receipts were brutal. It was supposed to be Kris Jenner's big night, her moment of legacy, the type of Hollywood fantasy only she could command. Every corner of Bezos' mansion gleamed with perfection, every guest dressed like they'd stepped off a Vogue cover. But instead of praise for Kris, headlines screamed Meghan and Harry meltdown, all because those pictures, the ones Meghan initially wanted online, became her nightmare once the internet started laughing. What started as glitz quickly spiraled into PR chaos. The Kardashians hadn't done anything wrong, they'd just been Kardashians.
She showed up at the Kris Jenner 70th birthday bash with Harry and got her picture taken. And I'm just going to be honest, she didn't look good in either of her.
But Meghan and Harry decided the world needed to follow their rules, their permission, their edits, their censorship. According to sources, the Sussex team contacted both Kim and Kris right after the party. Can you imagine? Calling the birthday host and asking her to delete her own pictures from her own Instagram. The audacity left everyone stunned. And here's the delicious twist. Meghan had allegedly begged for those photos to go up in the first place. When the first Kardashian photo dump didn't include her, she panicked. Being left out of a Kardashian grid was like being erased from Hollywood itself.
Celebrity and billionaire like Bill Gates was there, and Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King. Of course, she's got to tag along and be the, perpetual.
So she made sure her pictures appeared, but when the internet mocked her, when the tabloids zoomed in on every unflattering angle, she flipped. Suddenly, the same photos she'd craved became the ones she wanted buried. The Kardashians were beyond annoyed. They were insulted. Their legendary party had been hijacked by Meghan and Harry's fragile egos. Poor Kris, celebrating her milestone, didn't deserve that drama, yet Meghan delivered it like it was a birthday gift. Then came the jaw-drop moment. Entertainment reporter Alison Bokoff spilled it. Someone had asked for the photos to go up.
The entire Kardashian clan was there, but then Prince Harry and Meghan Markle showed up at the party. We have some pictures of them at the party we'll put up on the screen. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they're taking pictures with Kris.
Then demanded they come down. Typical Hollywood chaos? Not quite. Insiders whispered it was Meghan first, attention mode. Harry, second, panic mode. One wanted fame, the other damage control. Together, they created a social media circus. Online, people had a field day. The nickname ILBW, the one took off like wildfire. Meghan chasing validation, Harry hiding behind embarrassment. What should have been a fun birthday became a viral meltdown. Meghan got her spotlight, but not the kind she imagined. And Harry? Poor man looked like he'd stumbled into a glitter storm with no exit. His awkward smiles and wandering eyes, especially near Kris Jenner, became meme gold. The Kardashians rule their empire by controlling every frame, every caption, every shadow. Meghan and Harry? They think a frantic phone call to a journalist can rewrite reality. But Hollywood doesn't bend that easily. Their brand of chaos turned a simple party into a week-long tabloid frenzy.
Harry is looking at Kris. If you look closely, okay.
His eyes.
Do you see where they are?
On her boobs.
And he looks wasted.
Some tried to defend them, saying maybe it was about Remembrance Day optics, maybe about poppies, timing, or royal decorum. But let's be real, it was vanity, plain and simple. Meghan's look at me energy clashed with Harry's get me out of here panic. Together, they became a lesson. Never ever challenge the Kardashians at their own PR game. You will lose. When the world was honoring veterans, Meghan was allegedly melting down over her photo angles. The simplest explanation? The pictures went public and Meghan hated them. Harry looked like someone had shoved him into a Hollywood nightmare, red-faced, glassy-eyed, leaning too close to Kris. Twitter exploded, memes multiplied, and Meghan internally screamed. She called furious, demanding the photos vanish. Every ounce of her curated perfection cracked under pressure. Her smile in those pictures? Forced. Her body language? Pure anxiety hidden behind glam. She's so obsessed with image that even her candles, people joked, don't have wicks, just branding. They posed willingly, walked that photo corridor like royalty. Capture us, she said. Flash after flash, smile after smile. But then regret. Because when the internet turned cruel, suddenly it was all the Kardashians' fault. Oh no.
That's your prize, okay? That's your Duke, your Prince of the Blood. He's ogling a 70-year-old.
Darling, they just did what Kardashians do, hold the receipts. Some said maybe Meghan thought it'd be a private soiree. Please. Privacy and Kardashian don't belong in the same sentence. Their empire is built on exposure. You walk in, you're on camera. That's the deal. And Meghan knew it. What we witnessed was embarrassment disguised as outrage. She wanted fame, but not feedback. Harry looked trapped, Meghan looked desperate, and the internet delivered the verdict. Hypocrisy. Pure and simple. You will be exploited. That's the Kardashian motto printed invisibly at every door. Meghan and Harry, the couple who once begged for privacy, now begged for deletion. The irony could power Los Angeles. By now, Meghan's Hollywood climb looked less like a comeback and more like a clawing scramble. Invitations dwindled. Her brand was fading. Every appearance screamed desperation, the woman who once walked royal red carpets now lingering near Beverly Hills hotspots hoping to be noticed. So when Kris Jenner's glittering invite arrived, hosted by Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, Meghan saw her shot at redemption. This was her Hollywood coronation. She grabbed Harry's hand, dragged him through the doors, cameras blazing. This is it, she must have thought. The world will see I belong. But Destiny and Kim Kardashian's filters had other plans. And just like that, Meghan's carefully built illusion shattered in real time. Those glittering photos, meant to scream Hollywood's new power couple, became her biggest humiliation yet. Instead of admiration, she got ridicule. The British press roasted her. The American tabloids laughed. Even the insiders who once cheered for her rolled their eyes. Harry, bless him, looked completely lost. A walking cautionary tale in a tux, eyes darting like a trapped man, wishing the floor would open up. Red-faced, fidgeting, awkward, the poor prince looked like he'd stumbled into a Netflix reality show by accident. Every camera caught it, every fan memed it. Meghan was glowing like it was a royal gala. But Harry? He looked like he'd wandered into a glitter-filled nightmare. The internet noticed every detail. The way Meghan walked half a step behind Harry, still pulling focus with that blinding smile. The way her dress clung, critics said it looked unflattering, like she'd lost the stylist war. People zoomed in, picked apart the fabric, her makeup, her body language. It wasn't elegance they saw, it was desperation. Meanwhile, the Kardashians sat back, watching the chaos unfold like the seasoned puppet masters they are. They didn't even need to say a word. Hollywood knew who'd won this round. Meghan had entered their kingdom thinking she could control the narrative. She didn't realize she was playing chess against queens of manipulation. It didn't stop there. The whispers began. Hollywood parties, charity galas, studio mixers. Suddenly, Meghan and Harry's names weren't on as many lists. Nobody wanted the drama that followed them like perfume. The rule was simple. Invite the Sussexes, and you invite a PR firestorm. Inside circles murmured that Kris Jenner had been livid. Kim, too. The unspoken rule of Hollywood, never embarrass, your host had been shattered. They turned Kris's Big 7 to 0 into a circus. Meghan and Harry had made the Kardashians look too nice, and that takes work. The next time Kris raised an eyebrow, every producer, influencer, and mogul paid attention. Because in Hollywood, power isn't shouted, it's whispered. And once Kris whispers your trouble, that whisper becomes gospel. Every big name took notes. Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, who hosted the night, dodged a bullet by keeping the Sussexes off their wedding invite list later. Others followed suit. One source joked, invite Meghan and Harry and you better have a crisis team on standby. Hollywood's elite runs on image, favors, and flawless etiquette. Meghan and Harry had broken all three. They didn't just lose control of their story, they lost the trust of the industry. The criticism turned brutal. People called it embarrassment dressed as outrage. Meghan's need for control had backfired spectacularly. Her attempt to erase a few unflattering angles ended up erasing her Hollywood credibility. And oh, the irony, she'd once accused the palace of being too controlling, too image obsessed. Now she was the one frantically deleting, editing, calling, begging. The same playbook she'd condemned, now clutched in her own hands. Fashion critics piled on. How can a woman with so many resources still choose a dress that adds 30 pounds? One sniped. Harsh? Yes. But the internet is never kind, especially when your brand is perfection. Balenciaga or not, Meghan's gown became a meme overnight. Every angle mocked, every photo dissected. Harry didn't escape either. His bald spot became trending content. Screenshots zoomed in, GIFs looped endlessly. Prince hairless, one cruel commenter called him. Suddenly, their public image wasn't royal, it was ridiculous. Even the gossip insiders who once defended them went quiet. It wasn't sympathy anymore, it was exhaustion. Meghan's Hollywood redemption arc had turned into another scandal reel. The Kardashians, though? They barely had to lift a finger. The silence from Kris and Kim was louder than any statement. They didn't fight the Sussexes, they let them self-destruct. Then, just when Meghan's PR team tried to claim the Kardashians violated consent, the Kardashian machine struck back through whispers and anonymous sources. That's how Hollywood really works, not in press releases, but in murmured corrections that ripple through every network. Suddenly, everyone knew the truth. Meghan and Harry had thrown a tantrum. The Kardashians had receipts. From that point on, the Sussexes weren't the couple everyone wanted to meet, they were the pair everyone wanted to avoid. One misstep in this town, and you're radioactive. Meghan, who'd once been Hollywood's favorite underdog, now wore the label of too much drama. And the fallout? Oh, it spread like wildfire. Stylists refused to comment. Brands hesitated to collaborate. Paparazzi laughed, literally laughed when asked to cover her rebrand. Meghan's attempts to pivot into lifestyle influencer territory fell flat. Even her Montecito neighbors rolled their eyes when her team tried to pitch private family events to tabloids. Meanwhile, Harry just looked tired. The Hollywood dream had turned into an endless rerun of awkward red carpets and forced smiles. Behind the charm, you could see the regret. He didn't belong in that glittering chaos, and everyone could tell. And finally came the grand, humiliating finale. Meghan and Harry thought they could walk into the Kardashian kingdom and outshine the queens, but they forgot the golden rule: you never outshine the host. Especially not Kris Jenner, their little consent form excuse. It backfired spectacularly. Invitations vanished, bridges burned. Every publicist in Hollywood added one quiet note to their client lists. Do not invite the Sussexes, because in this city, gossip isn't just entertainment, it's currency. And Meghan and Harry, once rich in narrative power, had spent it all. Every deleted post, every contradiction, every meltdown became another headline, another punchline. The Kardashians moved on, still glamorous, still untouchable. Kris posted another carousel, all smiles, perfectly filtered, radiating calm power. Meghan and Harry, erased. The Hollywood machine had spoken. The Sussexes weren't victims, they were a cautionary tale. They came for validation and left with humiliation. They wanted to control the story, but became the story instead. And as the internet laughed, as the tabloids feasted, as invitations quietly disappeared, one truth echoed louder than any headline. You don't walk into a Kardashian party thinking you'll win. You walk in knowing you'll be used. And Meghan, poor Meghan, she learned that lesson the hard way.